some of the key areas looking at a healthy Caribbean is universal access to quality healthcare services and systems improved, and laws, policies, and systems introduced to support healthy lifestyles among all segments of the population. Now, based on this, some areas that have been identified as possible strategic priority areas include addressing the non-communicable diseases and ensure that those activities, especially with the lifestyle conditions, that they be considered. Also, universal health coverage and looking at health systems in support of universal health coverage. And the other area that was initially discussed was resilient health. That's really looking at the preparedness of the facilities to be a little bit more resilient to disasters, the effects of climate change, etc., so that the response in terms of crises and disasters can be maintained in order to provide services to the public as they are needed. Of course, this is open for discussions. My understanding is that meeting is going to be convened in September.
All of them, right? Some of them are stronger than others in terms of the way that we're going to take the indicators that are coordinated from the Vision 2030 for each of the different services, and then we're going to decide which ones we want to implement for the multi-country MSDF.
You need new indicators. No, but the MSDF has it's ahead in Barbados and the UNMSDF.
Yes, we can have maybe after 10 minutes we can see what you think that what will be the next step in terms of preparing ourselves, developing the CIP for this result, dealing with social protection and education and training.
Should be a first step.
About the top-down approach
Yes.
for decision making. From my understanding, we have to set up the framework and the decision will be taken, but we have to advise them. Maybe Bruno?
It's not macro. We're not what is that. I think it's not trying to uprise and trying to figure out the linkages because of the number of that would be reporting groups that this particular organization receives. As we indicated, there is social protection group, there is the governance group, the education and training,
And they are represented here.
yes.
Not everybody. Majority is
Education and training is a little bit different than the health table because that is it's more central. That is just health.
And there is no problem to extend the group with a representative from those. Yeah.
But you have to
Personally, I also say that most of the persons here from education, they're not necessarily just few persons are of that problematic group. We're just representing.
Meet with the chair. Meet with the respective chair.
Okay, this is one
how
step that
best
we
to
can
operationalize this wide cross section and then bring all the issues for this into one. Creating that link.
And may I just say that that's quite.
Is there any question at this point on the CIP that you would like to raise, or any gaps that you would like to fill?
Morning again, around the world. Is it that you're going to use the priorities from the MTF to guide this process, or is it that you're going to come up with priorities for the CIP?
I think coming out of the discussions, what we're trying to do is not to recreate the wheel really, and try to as best as possible. This area is cross-cutting. It does not include just our thematic working groups that deal with just hazard risk reduction and climate change. Because we have 14 or 16 thematic working groups. 14?
13.
I think it's 14. And they have 4. So you realize that if you're aligning the Vision 2030 to what UN is doing, there is no way that you would not end up with cross-cutting areas. But going forward is to have solutions in terms of the overall discussion. Because the faces go like another thing that comes with meeting. Yeah, we do understand that it's a little bit difficult because as the global partners get to a state where they need to report into their management structure, you end up with a lot of reporting mechanisms that we have to report into. There is Sendai, there is Leon will tell you about what they have to do with the Samoa pathway, there is under climate change, there is the Paris Accord, all of these things, there are some reporting mechanisms.